Hello, my name is Simon Hall, and today we're going to be reading a book called The Big Egg, and it's written by, the author is Roma Pradhan, and the illustrator is Deepak Gautam. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counted the mother hen joyfully. She wondered, I've counted all these eggs. There are 6 eggs in total, but why is this one so big? These 5 eggs look the same, like they came from the same mother. They're so perfect. But why is this one so big? I don't think this is my egg. She asked herself, if this is not my egg, then whose egg might this be? I think I should go and ask everyone, and then I will definitely find the mother. So she put all the eggs in a basket, held it carefully under her arms, and went out. On the way, she met a cat. She greeted the cat and slowly asked, Hello, Mrs. Kitty. Today I found a very different, unusual, big egg among my eggs. I'm sure it's not mine. Will you have a look at it and see if it's yours? Please look at it properly. Mrs. Kitty replied softly, Mrs. Hen, we raise our children with lots of love like you do. But we do not lay eggs. We give birth directly to the kittens. My kittens are probably crying with hunger. Now I need to go feed them. See you later. Goodbye. Then the hen went ahead, and after a while she met a dog. Mrs. Hen said softly, Hello, Mrs. Doggy. There is an unusual egg amongst my eggs. I've been looking for the mother of this egg. Could it be yours? Please look at it now. What? My egg? No, no, no. I don't lay eggs. We dogs never lay eggs. We give birth to puppies and feed them our milk. If the egg is not yours, it could be somebody else's. You better go and ask some other animal, replied Mrs. Doggy in a rude tone. Sorry for bothering you, said Mrs. Hen in a soft tone. Mrs. Hen walked and walked, and she kept walking until she saw a pig lying in a puddle on the edge of the road. She went up to the pig and asked her, Hello, Mrs. Piggy, I just wanted to ask you a question. I found a different egg among my own eggs, and I wanted to hand it over to its mother. Could you look at it? Mrs. Piggy didn't even bother to look at it. Mrs. Hen asked again, Mrs. Piggy, please listen to me. I want to show you this. Is this egg yours? This time the pig replied angrily, Don't you see my piglets? They did not come out of an egg. I gave birth to them. Will you stop bothering me? Mrs. Piggy then went back to playing in her puddle. Mrs. Hen walked further. Not far she met a cow grazing on the grassland on the roadside. Mrs. Hen asked, Mrs. Cow, I found that someone left a pretty big egg in my nest. It would be so nice if I could hand the egg over to its mother. Could you look at it and tell me if it's yours? Mrs. Cow looked at the egg and said, Dear Mrs. Hen, we give birth to our calves, not lay them from eggs. We feed our calves with milk. Among the 4-footed animals, only lizards lay eggs. The egg could be hers. Mrs. Cow then started grazing. Mrs. Hen was happy to see a lizard lying on the edge of a farm. She went up to her and asked her softly, Mrs. Lizard, if you do not mind, can I ask you something? Sure. What can I do for you? Asked the lizard. Look at these eggs. These 5 eggs are mine, but this big one is not mine. Is it yours? Asked Mrs. Hen. Mrs. Lizard looked at the eggs and immediately replied, Mrs. Hen, I do lay eggs, however, I do not feed milk to my babies. But these are not my eggs. My eggs are smaller. If this is not your egg, whose could it be? I don't know. Well, I think it's about to rain and I don't have a nest or a home. I could never take the time to build one. Okay, thank you for listening to me and sharing your opinion, Mrs. Hen said, and she thanked Mrs. Lizard and moved on. Mrs. Hen came across a family of goats. The kids were suckling milk from their mum. Mrs. Hen asked, "Mrs. Goat, this morning, when I counted my eggs, I saw that I had one egg bigger than the other eggs. I felt this wasn't my egg, so I'm trying to find its mother. I don't think it's yours, but could you tell me whose egg it is?" Mrs. Goat closed her eyes and thought for a while. "I'm not sure that this egg belongs to a four-footed animal. Crocodiles lay eggs, but they're not found here. Tortoises also lay eggs, but they too are not found here. Mrs. Hen, I think you should ask the birds." "Thank you. I think I'll do that," said Mrs. Hen. Not far from there, Mrs. Hen met a duck. Before Mrs. Hen could say something, the duck quacked to ask where she was going. Mrs. Hen replied, "Just about everywhere," and she added, "Mrs. Duck, I have asked just about everyone I met, but they all said that they give birth to their young and don't lay eggs. I also found that among the four-footed animals, only platypus lay eggs, and then feed their young ones with milk. They suggested that I should ask the birds." "Ask about what, Mrs. Hen?" said Mrs. Duck. Mrs. Hen removed the handkerchief from the basket of eggs and said, "This one egg is not mine. Someone must have left it in my nest. That's why I'm going around asking who this egg belongs to. I'm so tired. I'm so absent-minded. I remember today I've been looking for it. Let me see if it's mine." Mrs. Duck stretched her head to look inside the basket, and just then the egg began to hatch. It was a duckling. Mrs. Hen looked at the duckling and said with joy, "Oh, it's so much like you." She'd barely finished saying that when the other eggs began to hatch, and out came the chicks. Both Mrs. Hen and Mrs. Duck were happy. They congratulated each other while the duckling and the chicks went about everywhere looking for food. So whose egg was it? The duck's. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.